Hey guys, it's Kelly here again and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another bullet journal setup video. For this one, I have my 2021 bullet journal setup, and this is basically the first pages of my journal where I track some things throughout the year. For this one, I have just a few simple pages. I basically have my calendar with the important dates like birthdays and name days and other holidays that we celebrate in Bulgaria. The second page is my social media trackers, I think. So basically my YouTube, my Instagram and everything. And I have my book trackers, and those are the books that I have read or I bought or I want to buy, and the movies and TV shows trackers. So basically that's all the pages that I have for this year. Usually, for instance, last year I had also a quote page, and all of the pages were spread out just to take more pages. Every single tracker had its own page, but this year I kept it a bit more simple because I never ended up tracking everything. I mean, I did, but I didn't end up filling up everything, which is kind of usual for me, especially the goals page. I just don't do goals. I don't know why. The minute I put it on paper as a goal to do, I just do absolutely everything to avoid doing it, and I don't know what's wrong with me, but that's just how my brain functions. So I avoid tracking goals altogether. I basically prefer having pages to write down ideas because unlike goals, ideas are something that I keep track of. And yeah, so for my 2021 theme, I really wanted to create this galaxy stars inspired spread, and at first I was going to do it with watercolors, but I didn't have a lot of time to actually record this because as you can see, I am back on my table, and for those of you who don't know, I had to move out for a little bit from my apartment, so I don't have a big setup to record videos on, and this was I had one day at home and I recorded this and two other videos that are already up on my channel, so I had to make it snappy. Now, I really wanted to create the watercolor version, but first off, the pages of this Moleskine are very, very thin, and I really don't understand. I see how people on YouTube and on Instagram use certain art supplies and certain bullet journal and scrapbooking supplies, and then I go and they rave about them. They absolutely rave about them. Everybody loves them, everybody uses them, they become staples, and then I go out to buy them and they're nothing special, and I am most of the times very disappointed, and this journal is one of those times, unfortunately. So I've seen everyone use this Moleskine journal, and granted, I have seen more people use it, the art book, sketchbook, which is supposedly with very thick pages, so it holds Copic markers and watercolors, which is, I mean, honestly, very, very surprising. And I thought that the notebook type of journal that they have would be a similar quality, and the notebook itself is not bad, but the paper on the inside is extremely thin, which is weird because it's even thinner than my other bullet journal that I had been using throughout 2019 and 2020. And you guys know, if you've seen my videos, you guys know that paper is not the best quality, and it is thicker, but it buckles up and it balls up when you use too much ink, even if it's just a regular child's marker. So that one is really, really bad quality in terms of paper, and I really hoped and thought that this was going to be better. Unfortunately, it really isn't. On the one side, it doesn't ball up quite as much when you use ink, but on the other, the inks and the washes look very weird, and you're going to see that in my January one. The colors are very muted and washed out, and it has like a plastic coating, which is apparently maybe to prevent it from seeping onto the other page, but it still seeps to the other page, and it just makes the colors look very weird. So as I mentioned, the paper was not very good and the thickness was just non-existent. It's basically like tissue paper. You can actually see through the other page even if there's nothing on it. So that's not great, but you know, it is what it is. It does lay flat, which I really enjoy. I've never had a journal that laid flat, so that's a plus, I guess. And I decided to give it a shot. You know, I don't do watercolor in my journals, in my bullet journal anyway, so I mean, I guess I kind of wanted to start to, but I guess it's not in the stars for this year. I'm gonna have to keep my watercolors just to my sketchbooks. So yeah, the reason why I told you this incredibly long story about the paper is that I wanted to make the galaxy using watercolor. I quickly realized that I couldn't, so I printed out this really cool galaxy image. It is completely royalty free. You can use it. I will try to find it and link it down below. If I don't, just know it's from the site Pixabay. They have a lot of royalty free images. You can do whatever you want with them. And I just downloaded this galaxy and I think I tweaked the colors a little bit because it had a little bit more teal and I wanted more blue. But I thought it was a beautiful picture, and it's basically what I was going to recreate in watercolor anyway, so it was perfect. It fitted perfectly. I used my new metallic brush pens that you can see in my haul video, which I'll have linked in the cards. And I just basically tear out some pages, made it look a bit more effective. Yeah, well, like, you know, it had a little bit of a graphic effect, I guess. And I just added my information. I used my metallic pen here and there. I used the most metallic one, which was the rose gold one, or is it the copper one? Either way, it's very pretty. I added some stars here and there with my Macron pens. I added a few glittery stars on the first page. And yeah, like I said, I only had my initial page, my reading page, I mean my cover page with the 2021, which by the way I kind of ruined. I wanted to add some circly effects. It failed completely. I could as footage, but you will see a little bit on the pages, the pictures that I took of the pages. So if you're wondering what that is, it was me trying to be more creative and failing, so I just scrapped that idea, but it's not that noticeable, so it's fine. So yeah, this right now that you're seeing is my movies and TV page. This is basically where I'm going to write down all of the movies that I want to see, TV shows as well, and all of the ones that I really did see and made an impression on me. I also have my social media page and my books page, and unfortunately I forgot to record a flip through, so this is a very quick flip through that you just saw. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, like, and subscribe if you like what you see and would like to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!